Well guys, I'm leaving work, and what you see on the ground right here is not snow. This is ice and sleet. This is South Central Ohio, February the 3rd, 2022. I don't know what kind of roads we're going to encounter. They was pretty bad when I come in today. Somebody's done a little shoveling here. Looks like they throwed some salt here too. But anyway, get out of here, get through the turnstile. There's my truck right there, right up front where I parked it. So I'm going to pause this, and I'll be back when I get on the road. Okay guys, we're moving. Got the old Dodge, she's a running. Still a little cold. Might have to get out and flop my windshield wipers. Still a little bit of ice buildup on them. But like I said, everything you see here on the roads, this is not snow. This is 100% ice and sleet. There's a good 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch on the ground right now. I'm leaving work. Some of you guys may recognize where I'm at, especially if you're from around my area. But this is South Central Ohio, just south of Circleville, Ohio. I'm actually on a little road called Owens Road right now. Here in just a little bit, I'll be turning on to Tarleton Road. And these are all just rural roads, township roads. I'll actually be headed south of Circleville, down toward the little town that I live in, which is north of Chillicothe, Ohio. And right now it's kind of a mixture of freezing rain and sleet still right now. Sometime later tonight it's supposed to switch over to 100% snow. We're supposed to get up to 2 to 4 inches of snow on top of this crap. I don't really mind the snow, but I hate driving on this ice. And you get the snow on top of this ice, and then you have idiots out here that think they can drive 60 miles an hour on it. There's a township salt truck right there. No, it's not a township truck. That's just a little private. There's the township truck sitting off to the left. You just see the flashing lights there a little bit. That's at the township fire department. That is not the one that I run for. The one I run for is in Ross County. This is actually in Pickaway County. Okay, I just turned on to Tarleton Road. This is actually pretty bad. I haven't seen it like this for quite a while, especially with the ice. I'm not sure about Pickaway County right now, but I do know that Ross County is under a level 3 snow emergency. I don't know where you're at, how your guys' snow emergencies go, but ours is a 3-level system. Level 1 just means be careful. Level 2 means the roads are pretty treacherous. Don't be on them if you don't have to be. Level 3 is per the county sheriff, the roads are shut down to traffic, all traffic, except if you absolutely have to be out. Like if you're working, it requires you to be there. Doctors, nurses, anybody who works in the medical field, EMS, anybody who works in the EMS field, anybody who's basically required to be on the road is the only ones that should be on the road underneath of a level 3. If you get stopped under this level 3 and you do not have a good reason as to why you're out, you can actually be handed a ticket here in Ohio. Don't know what that ticket costs. I've never gotten one, but I'm on my way home. So this road right here, this is now Kingston Pike, headed south on Kingston Pike, just south of Circleville, Ohio. Windshield wipers are squalling. This afternoon when I was coming in, right up here on the curve, there's a bridge, and somebody had hit that bridge at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So it was pretty bad when I come in, but this is actually 3 times worse than what it was when I come to work this afternoon. And then right now it's only 7 o'clock in the evening here. I was done with everything that I needed to do, so we was on a skeleton crew to begin with, so they allowed me to leave early and come home. This is Sippo Creek underneath this bridge. I'm running about 35 mile an hour. I do have it locked in 4-wheel drive. I typically don't run around, in 4-wheel drive, but on this freaking ice, it instills a little bit of security, so to say, into me, especially when it comes to stopping, because if you have it locked in 4-wheel drive, you hit the brakes, you tend to slide your tires less than else if you really have to stand on them. Now, I'm cruising along here just right at 35 mile an hour. She's going to be surprised when I come home because I didn't call her, let her know I was coming home. Now, we was out of electric when I left to come to work this afternoon, but I called her after I got to work, probably about 5 o'clock, our electric had come back home. But what's going to happen here is, see, there's already been plows out here. They're trying to plow the sleet and the ice off the road. But we've already had about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch of, or not 3/8, but 5/16 of an inch of ice before they started sleeting. And it's all over the electric lines and trees and stuff. And there's already been a couple of trees that's been brought down. But anyway, what's going to happen, this wind is starting to blow now. And I'm afraid that the wind's going to whip these electric lines around. And it's going to actually start breaking lines. There's going to be a lot of people without electric. And that's bad news for me because my house is all electric, even though I do have a wood burner. I got what's called a hearth heater, which sits outside of the firebox on top of the hearth. And I do get residual heat from it, but without electric, I won't be able to run the blower that's on it. I do have a little small generator that's big enough to run the blower on that and a couple of lights. But I'll have to, if it goes out and it's out for too awful long, I'll have to consider shutting my water off, draining my water lines. Food I've got in my deep freeze, it'll hold for a couple days, but if it's off longer than that, I'm going to have to take the food from the refrigerator and deep freeze and put it in my coolers and set it outside. Because it's I got about 26 degrees right now. Better watch where I'm driving or I'll run off the road. And it's supposed to get down even worse than that. The low for Saturday mornings is supposed to be 0, and the high Saturday is only supposed to be 16. Low Sunday morning is supposed to be 5, and the highs are supposed to be in the mid-20s. Now, I don't know if you was able to see that on the left. We just passed a little school. That's Pickaway Township School. It's the middle school for the Logan Outlet School District. Like I said, those of you who live in the area or are familiar with the area, you're going to realize what I'm talking about. You probably pretty much know about where I'm at. Right here on the left of these yellow signs, there's a barn back in here to the left. It's a wedding hall barn. Not really sure what the name of it is. I know this video probably won't be very good. Probably be boring as all get out. But I'm just kind of documenting it for people who used to live in the area, no longer around, moved away. Maybe there's somebody out there who's just curious, interested. Maybe, for whatever reasons. Being on YouTube and know how long the YouTube platform will be around. Like I said, this is February the 3rd, 2022. So, kind of document it, and it'll be on the YouTube platform for however long it's around, so people can come back and basically look at the weather that we had in 2022. Now I'm getting ready to come up on State Route 361. It's about a 4.5 mile stretch of state highway that runs between US 23 and State Route 159. 159 actually runs from a town of Lancaster, or just outside of Lancaster, down to a town of Chillicothe. It's probably some 30 plus miles. Now, I don't know what we got going on over here. Now there is a set of railroad tracks over there. I do not believe that vehicle is on the tracks. I think that's probably a service truck for the railroad. Okay, nothing coming, so doesn't look like they've touched this highway either. Being this is only about a 4.5 mile stretch of highway, this particular section of US highway does not get hit very often. Now what we just passed there, where you seen that cleaned off, that was a little township road called Boggs Road. Pretty sad that township is hitting their roads before the state highway hits theirs. But, give the highway guys credit. They're on the major arteries, US 23, US 35, parts of US 71. So they're probably more concentrated on them highways. This right here on the right, this is a machine shop, welding fabrication shop. It's called Pickaway Machine. They do a lot of machining and welding, fabricating. Pretty good guys. I've had quite a bit of stuff made there. And right here's where one of the trees was down. Looks like they've got it cleaned up. There's another branch that's broken over. Earlier about having my four-wheel drive locked in. The reason I do that, there's a second reason. This truck is light in the rear end, and with the upgrades I've done to it and work I've had done to my transmission. It's actually, it's way too easy to try to take off and spin the tires and have your rear end pass you, so to say. So with a locked-in four-wheel drive, it doesn't tend to do that. But I don't know how many times, just being out on the snow in two-wheel drive, I went to take off from a stop, just a little bit of juice, and my rear end's coming around in front of me. Okay, we're coming up to the end of 361, and we're going to be dead-ended into State Route 159. And I'll turn right here, and then we're about home. I've probably got about another 3 miles. I'll take you as far as Kingston here, then I'm going to stop, get something to drink. I'm not the only one on the highway. That's a truck. Now that's electric company truck right there. That's a car. Now we're into the little town of Kingston. There goes the semi. Pretty good little town right here. Kind of set back, not a whole lot goes on. Old farmer's town. Now right here, that's the fire department, the volunteer fire department I run with. It's Green Township, Kingston, Ohio. And it looks like we may be on call. There are some cars there. Or it just may be people across the street at the gym, because they like to park over in our parking area. Looks like everything's shut down. The 2 bars are shut down. The restaurant's shut down. Of course, the banks are closed. It's a 2-stop light town. Okay, well, I may or may not get something to drink. Looks like the gas station here may be closed. Yep, they're closed up. People still got their Christmas lights up. Oh well. This other gas station's open, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to go in here and get something to drink. So this is the second gas station in town. Yeah, there's somebody there. Okay, I know it's a boring video, but if you watch it, I hope you enjoy it. Everybody take care. See you later. Thanks for watching.